Now, some of you might remember this story I covered a few months back now, with the absolute scumbag who was caught on camera pulling a young girl down the street who was on her way to school. The video shows a woman challenging him as he keeps his victim close to him before he eventually runs off, leading to a massive search instigated by the public alongside the police obviously looking for him.
What are you doing with her?
Bro, this is man's sister, bro. Move.
What are you doing with her?
Bro, this is man's family, bro. Move. Are you nuts? This is man's family. Move from me.
Is that the same one that just walked past us, Mum?
This is man's family, bro. Move from me.
So what are you doing in the corner with her? Are you okay? Hey, girl. Hey. Hey. I'm following you.
Look, why are you fucking stalking man, bro?
What was you doing with her? Are you okay?
Now, the police were not only looking to arrest him for his crimes, but also for his safety. There was a group of vigilantes roaming the streets literally looking for him, going to houses he was reported to be living at and all sorts of shit like that. The police actually begged people not to take matters into their own hands for obvious reasons. In the end, though, he handed himself in, if I remember right, somewhere over in Wimbledon, or he was arrested there anyway. Which I have to say he was lucky the police got to him before the public did, as this story we have here actually shows. Because let's remember, this scumbag raped a 13-year-old girl at like 7 AM, threatened to kill her and tried to kidnap her, so what happened to him recently is actually expected. He was in court yesterday or something like that very recently and admitted his crimes before being sent to Wandsworth Prison in southwest London. Well, within minutes of arriving there, he had the absolute shit kicked out of him, forcing him to need hospital treatment. In fact, the motherfucker needed surgery to reconstruct his fucking face. This was done by a prisoner who was on the same wagon as him going to the prison, so the guy had clearly been waiting to level this scumbag, and I have to say he has my respect for it. Remember guys, even a criminal knows scum like Kadian Nelson or rapist fuckpig deserve real justice, not time in a prison camp living it up on the B-swing with other scumbags. I'm sure most, if not all, would agree that haymaker that sent Nelson flying is one the whole country stands behind, because scum like this, I have to say, deserve nothing less. But you know what, enough of me talking about it, let's check out the article itself. It's a shame we don't have a CCTV recording of this haymaker. That, if you ask me, would have been fucking good television. Anyway, the article headlines, beaten to a pulp, pedo who raped and kidnapped 13-year-old girl is battered in jail hours after admitting depraved crimes. So there you have it, literally as long as it took them to get him into a prison, it took him that long to get the shit kicked out of him. I have to say, this is what every scumbag who commits crimes like these can expect, because even criminals in prison really don't like this sort of scum. It said Kadian Nelson, 27, was assaulted after admitting to kidnap, rape and making a threat to kill this week. As prison officers checked him in to Wandsworth Prison, South London, a fellow con attacked him. Nelson, who will be sentenced in August, was rushed for treatment after being battered. He had earlier admitted kidnap rape. We already know what he was doing there. We've already seen the video and I've actually covered it. I can't read through the shit that he's done anymore. It makes me feel sick. It says here a family member of the woman then went out to check what had happened and managed to interrupt Nelson. When she questioned him, he told her that the victim was his sister. Something you can actually see on the video if my memory serves me right. The victim then managed to signal that she needed help before police arrived and Nelson fled, leaving the victim wearing his jacket. At the time of the attack, Scotland Yard were forced to warn people not to take the law into their own hands after the case gained traction on social media, which, as I said earlier, is actually something they had to do. I remember it at the time. Crowds of locals visited various addresses and police said emotions are running high. Well, no shit, they're trying to find this scumbag. Nelson was arrested just hours after the attack in Tooting. Oh, so it wasn't Wimbledon, it was fucking Tooting. They're right next to each other, though. Last night, a prison service spokeswoman said a prisoner was treated in hospital for an injury to his cheek. Police are investigating. So there we have it, guys. It seems this dirty fuck pig here has finally got a little bit of the justice he actually deserves. And I would have to suggest that maybe the prison service has allowed this to happen, because I would have thought they would have kept this beast away from everyone else, just in case one of them or two or three of them decided to do this to him. Let's be honest, there's plenty of precedent for it in the prison system over the years. That is why they have the VP wing or so-called beast wing to keep these people safe, because the rest of the prison population will fuck them up.